We've all heard it before. The world is a ball. But what do you do when your world throws you curveballs? Here's what I've learned. Evolving Hope. The World is a Ball by Candace Miller. Evolving. Present participle of evolve. Verb. To gradually change in development, often starting from a much simpler form and manifesting into something greater. Hope. Noun. A feeling of a lingering expectation or desire that people often favor to happen. Look at the reality around you. How does your perspective of your surroundings make you feel? The world is always changing, reality always shifting, your environment is always influenced. And you, are you adapting along with them as you experience the waves of life? Or do you stand stagnant as the shift in life's tides overtake you? Somewhere in the world, a ball is being thrown. Sometime in reality, the ball is always moving through space. And whether you expect it or not, the ball will land in your court. But when that ball comes, and as often as it comes, what will you do then? What do you hope to do then? The ball often landed in my court. I was young at the time, and I found myself bored, as bored children are. So I played with the ball. I didn't care if it was overinflated or slightly deflated. I didn't care if it was dirty or dangerous. I paid no mind to whether it would hurt me or if it benefited me. All I knew at a young age was that it was a ball that kept me entertained for a while. Afterward, I got up, eventually, and left the ball there on that court. That was when I was young. As I grew older, as we all do, more balls entered my court at an increased frequency. These balls were all different from each other. Some different colors, some different volumes, some different levels of pressure, some different levels of danger, and some different levels of buoyancy. The younger me would have played with the majority of them. Then, like the first ball that entered my court, I would have left them in that court. That was what the younger me would have done. As I found with my age, my attention to the latest ball influenced my behavior compared to when I was younger. You see, this time I stayed. The balls, the court, and myself. I stayed, and the longer I stayed, the less entertained I got playing with the balls. The longer I stayed, the more observant I'd become. I started noticing and overanalyzing every ball. I started comparing. I noticed some were beneficial. I noticed some were harmful. I even noticed that most were distracting, and that's not good. You see, there were far less beneficial balls than harmful balls or distracting balls, which were plentiful. Even in my old age, they affected how I felt. So, the logical thing to do would be to leave the court and the balls. But somehow I didn't. I chose to stay on that court with those balls. And by this time, the court was starting to show its age. Time came and went. I continued to stay, for as long as I did, the more confused and depressed I got. The distracting balls were now compiled in overwhelming numbers compared to both the beneficial and harmful balls. I lost my mindset to adapt. I lost my hope. The consequences were already showing their effect. I can't switch courts anymore. I had chose to stand stagnant as the shift in life's tides overtook me. I'm drowning. But you know what? I knew those beneficial balls would come in handy. Before I knew it, the hope already instilled in those beneficial balls were inflated enough to where it kept my head above the tides. I'm drowning, yes, but how can I drown if I was always on a court? With one blink back into reality, I realized the court had become a sea of balls. I am in a ball pit, and I'm currently fighting my way out. I now know my status. So I ask you, what's yours? The ball's in your court. Hi, I'm Kandace. Thank you guys so much for listening to this video. Please feel free to participate in the comments or leave a video about what you think this reflective writing is interpreted as in your words. I would like to hear about what your balls and what your court looks like. I'm looking forward to reading all of your comments. Thank you. Bye.